family. Vicki Dillard here. So pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. As you come in, please come in liking, sharing, and subscribing, would you? Thank you so very much. Dear family, you all know that for the past few months or so, certain Black organizations, Black entities have been under tremendous fire. Activist organization and individuals have been under fire, not just from Black grassroots and other the general population, but specifically from like Tamir Rice's mother, Miss Samaria Rice, and other Black family members who have experienced death where their loved one was in a high profile, like Mike Brown's family that's come forward to criticize them. So these are from people that are on the insides that feel like that there are some suspect things that have been going on with these organizations that many feel have been profiting off of their loved one's death without properly compensating the families. I want you to listen to this recent clip of Patrisse Cullors. She is one of the Black Lives Matter co-founders, and she is addressing criticism that she had in an interview that she did recently. I want you to listen to just this very brief clip here.
I want to start, thank you, Mark. I want to just start by saying something that's really important for people to hear. And that's, I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
So you haven't taken a salary. So your income that you use to make whatever purchases you've made have come from outside income. You've mentioned on your IG, and other people have talked about speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with BLM, GM.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm a college professor, first of all. I also am a TV producer, and I have had 2 book deals. My first book that came out was a New York Times bestseller. And I also have had a YouTube deal. And so much of all of my income comes directly from the work that I do. But I also want to say something, Mark, that feels really important. Organizers should get paid for the work that they do. They should get paid a living wage. And the fact that the right-wing media is trying to create hysteria around my spending is frankly racist and sexist. And also, I want to name that many of us who end up investing in homes in the Black community often invest in homes to take care of their family. So homes that I bought directly support the people that I love and that I care about. I'm not renting them out in some Airbnb operation. And you could speak to so many other Black people and Black women particularly that take care of their families, take care of their loved ones, especially when they're in a position to.
That's an important point because, again, when we look at the New York Post cover, the first thing they say is that you went on a spending binge, right? Which is itself a kind of coded language. They say that you have these homes in California, there's a home in Atlanta, and that you were considering a home in a neighborhood where Tiger Woods was looking, or some other famous celebrity. So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying the 4 homes are true. It's true that you have those homes, but you're using them to support other family and people you care about.
That's exactly right.
Now notice what she says, family. What I found fascinating about what she just said, she says she doesn't receive money, right, from Black Lives Matter, I guess a global organization or what have you. Okay, fine. But it's clear that the opportunities that she's gotten from Warner Brothers and from YouTube, not having a YouTube channel, it doesn't sound like. She says she has a YouTube deal, Warner Brothers production deal, I believe it is. She's an author. and she says she's a professor. Most of those outlets where she's getting money, particularly with the YouTube and the production deals and stuff that she got, and of course with her book, she's making money because of Black death and Black trauma. Now, family, I'm all about success, prosperity. I'm all about that because I believe that's the inheritance and the right that Black people are owed. It's why our labor was stolen and exploited in America anyway, because business is warfare. Never forget that. However, when you are taking money and getting big sums of money, and when large corporations and entities are seeking you out, white organizations and companies are seeking you out, you've got to ask yourself, okay, if the oppressive class, if they're giving me all these big time deals that justify me buying numerous properties all over the country for my family, and I believe in taking care of your family. But when you're taking big checks from the oppressive class, you can't sit up there and act like you're really a threat to white supremacy. I don't know how many of you all have seen that video. I was just hoping and believing it was fake news. But this same Patrisse Cullors, co-founder of Black Lives Matter, she's up there talking about F white supremacy. Let's do the electric slide. And you see her legs doing the electric slide on the video. Family, they playing with us. They're playing with our movement. They're playing with the very blood that was shed for Black folks to receive liberation. She's pretending somehow to be the recipient of such a powerful legacy, talking about let's do the electric slide. Now, family, you all know we don't disrespect anybody. If you decide that you're LGBTQ, all that, none of us disrespect you for that. But the Black Lives Matter has put every other group and every other intersectional agenda before being Black. Do you all think for 1 second, if they didn't have all that other stuff going on and those other interests going on, that they would have received $90 million after the George Floyd uprisings last year? Somebody talk Black to me. This is very interesting. Don't play with us. How is it that the very organizations and entities that's censoring, shutting down the voices, and sometimes misrepresenting Black folk, how are they seeking you out for deals if you are really a threat to their entity, their organizations? I can see if you're bringing the Black grassroots along. But if your manner of dealing with white supremacy, Ms. Cullors, is to do the electric slide, Houston, we have a problem. In that interview, family, you probably didn't hear that in this particular clip of the interview because it was, I think, just under 30 minutes or so. She also said that this women-led organization, basically, well, once again, you were seeing a Black woman sitting there talking about how women is going to lead this organization and lead the country. I believe in the power of the Black woman. I do courses on the profound energy of Black women. We're not second to Black men. We don't just, we're not just their sidekick. We're equal co-creators. However, we need both the masculine and the feminine. And Black Lives Matter has had a reputation for disrespecting heterosexual Black men and elevating other interest groups. That is not a blessing to Black society. That's an obstruction. You're poisoning what it is that we're trying to do. And these millions of dollars that some of these useless organizations, not just her, but millions of dollars that NAACP and other useless organizations are receiving, you guys are getting that precisely because you are useless. You're not a threat to white supremacy. You are diluting the power of the Black movement, Black liberation, and Black efforts for freedom, justice, and divine equity because they know you compromise. Somebody talk Black to me. And for those of you that don't understand, this is not about attacking another Black person or another Black group. What you guys don't understand is our target is always in exposing and eradicating white supremacy. That's the target. But if you got a Black bootlick or a Black bone and biscuit that decide they're going to jump in front of the target of white supremacy when you're trying to aim for the eradication of white supremacy, and I'm speaking metaphorically here, who's going to get hit if you jump in front of the target? If the bone and the biscuit is jumping in front of the white supremacist target that we're trying to hit, you got to deal with the black person that's in the way of you trying to deal solely and specifically with white supremacy. Unfortunately, one of the reasons why white supremacy is so successful is because black folk or black looking people are complicit. This interview was altogether tone deaf. It was arrogant. And again, family, I'm about black folks having their businesses, having abundant, bustling enterprises. I believe in that. But you've also got to recognize when your open enemy is trying to buy you off and they're using and leveraging your power and your influence for their purposes. You got to know the difference. You've got to know what blood money is. You've got to understand that all money isn't good money. We're going to continue to monitor these kinds of things, family. My name is Vicki Dillard. Thank you so much for tuning in today for your weekly war briefing here on the African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Join today my weekly mastermind at clubvicky.com for only $1. I drop spiritual, metaphysical jewels. You get exclusive access to me to ask me questions. It's been untold number of testimonies and people whose lives changed, businesses, families, thinking. The trajectory of your life only gets better when you understand your spiritual inheritance and your spiritual interconnection with the natural. Clubvicky.com. That's clubvicki.com. Join today for only $1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki, my last name first. Again, my name is spelled Vicki. Thank you so much.